Hi guys, welcome to the channel of love. Okay. Oh, what's that? I've never seen this before. What's this? Oh, okay. Is it gone now? Um, I don't really want to jump on and do this. I think we're gonna have like this weekend, like I don't know, SOS message. But I was just listening back and pondering over my own reading that I put out, and I'm concerned because really what I'm putting together. It was like I felt like it was like the bone collector comment I made. It was like I went away and really had to think about it, and the hangman come out, and I was talking about, hanging yourself and suicide. And I do actually feel, putting some pieces together afterwards. I want to speak about them because I think they're relevant. I know examples that I'm working with regarding this, so I've done the talking that I need to do to the people that I need to, who maybe can help resolve this. But um, I'm going to pull some cards, but it's definitely about the divine masculine, divine feminine coming together, actually finally coming together into union. So I work with people that are already in union and overcome this vulnerability. Okay, I've picked up since my reading two songs that have come through. I shared them on the Facebook page. And that was about chunky. Okay, so your size, and I put about opposites attracting, and Shania Twain about what actually, a divine feminine, an empress would be looking for. It's kind of, so the insecurities are coming out, and I'm seeing this. So, let's pull some cards because I can give you so many different examples, but I'm not sure what we're talking about. I think one of them is when the divine masculine actually comes forward and declares, okay, I'm not going to say he's love, okay. I'm going to say declares his intention, okay, of wanting to actually work with you and try and build something with you. And what I'm sensing is now the divine feminines, even though, this is what they've been wanting, some are retreating and running away massively, which is affecting the divine masculine, who has gone through hell, quite literally, hell, through death to actually get to this realization. Um, I've listened to it be explained to me what's gone on, but this is a problem actually expressing this to the divine feminine. And it's kind of like the divine feminine doesn't now want to hear what's happened and is running. And also, there's a lot of insecurities about, okay, so, we've kind of come this far and we're on this, there's this soul connection, and now it's an exchanging of actually giving yourself in the physical. So then in comes all the insecurities of what I think is kind of like the song that I picked up, just differences in body shapes, things that you think are wrong with you. And you'll normally find that your divine counterpart will find all those things quite adorable, and you're worrying about nothing. But we have our, we all have our issues, I suppose, with self. Which can be enough to make you run away, because that's about, actually being vulnerable in the physical, isn't it? And face to face. And so I've got the Witch's Tarot and a cup of coffee, and we're going to have a look and see what's going on. But if the divine feminine's not aware of what actually, her actions are doing, I believe it is affecting the divine masculine, especially after he's kind of found, and he's, certain and sure, and just come this far to then kind of, I think the comment I had was, I'm just going to get a taste of, what I've done. But it could actually, the realisation of that is maybe a bit too hard on them at the moment. Three of Pentacles. So I'm feeling here the divine masculine's just thinking of how do I make things right? What do I need to say? How do I apologise? How do I ignite the passion? There is definitely this like running away more than ever. It's kind of like that final tower. I mean, That's why I think we need to check in on people, make sure they're okay and they're not looking for like a serious escape from this love, just due to insecurities, and because it's right here. um, you know, I spoke to the masculine, and it really, even after he decided to kind of want to commit to this relationship, he then went off the rails completely. Done his absolute disappearing act, learned all his lessons, very dark, very dark, um, and dark but forgivable. You know, they're just, if if the divine feminines could hear the divine masculine explain what happened in the dark night, in the running stage that they went through, the solitude, forgiveness wouldn't be, I don't think, you know, a problem. It's especially when they can explain it. But it's hard to explain that to the divine feminine, because of, you know, the actual pain they're going to put upon her, but very much missing the connection. And just it hurts, I think, to be so far away from each other. But now here comes like this vulnerability of being able to share the story, and I feel the divine feminine is actually, you know, really scared to hear that, what the actual divine masculine went through. But in a way, it's kind of like the divine masculine's scared to tell that as well, and it's due to the divine feminine's reaction is, you know, actually taking on the divine masculine's pain. Okay. So here's a divine masculine now thinking logically in his head. He is thinking straight about the connection, knowing that everything that the divine masculine does just brings it right back to his divine feminine, no matter how much they try to escape. And it's a surrender. There is this embarrassment of, and that's why the divine feminine needs to be in her compassion with the strength card here, because even though the divine masculine doesn't know how understanding how you're going to take the news, or even realise that actually by sharing the truth would bring a deeper understanding of the journey, but then the divine feminine doesn't, it's like facing then the truth. Divine masculine's here moving on. Yeah, he actually does want to move on to new beginnings now. He wants clear waters ahead. It's like he just wants to move on to the good life. Yeah, the good life. So let me show you these cards. So I feel here is the divine masculine just thinking of ways actually, you know, how to express love to the divine feminine, how to ignite this passion again. It's like how to emerge, maybe. There is this love for the divine feminine here. But as you can see here, you know, she's needing to be understanding, she's needing to listen and kind of not run away. Most people would run away from the lion, wouldn't they? She kind of needs to, it's like allow the masculine to express, okay, his emotion. And then we have the King of Swords here, who is now thinking logically, like wanting to take charge as well. He has that yellow gown or cape. I just feel that's like the kind of I can. It's having the willpower. It's the passion there. It's the willpower to kind of make it work. It's your solar plexus. It's, you know, it's your confidence. On exchanging the cup here. On the commitment, but then we have the surrender card. that is, I'm going to say there's a point where the Divine Masculine would just stop his behaviour, and it's just a realisation. It just stops. And then it's definitely, you know, even after the decision's been made, there could be this spell of self-sabotage, and it can't actually really be explained what happened. I think it was explained to me as in, oh shit, I'm in a connection, a relationship now, I've decided that. And then it was like doing everything you could to actually maybe just self-destruct and not have to face that, and to kind of, you know, do the worst that you can. But there was a moment that actually just said, what are you doing? Enough. Then it was just time actually just to move on to the offering. Okay. Oh, I've got the Everyday Tarot out, so let's use these. Am I opening the right side up? Yes. So, okay. I do know a lot of Divine Masculines that I have worked with have tried to really self-destruct. Okay. There's the realisation, but it can get quite bad. But I can hear them talk about it now. So there is a time when that forgiveness comes in. But that comes when you actually understand what's gone on and you recognise your own behaviour. So I think this is very much about how the Divine Masculine expresses, okay, this emotion to the Divine Feminine. And I want to say really just if we can maybe touch on maybe why there might be a fear. And also for the Divine Feminine as a warning. It's like, you know, try not to run. If you knew how far the places they've been to actually get to you. And their story may not be what you expect. Okay. Let's have a look at this Three of Pentacles. I've got my deck upside down. We've got the Nine of Wands. So this is the feminine awake here at night, and it came out upside down. So I feel like, you know, the Divine Masculine actually wants to bring light to the Divine Feminine, to kind of comfort her. How can he comfort the Divine Feminine? I think they are aware that it will take time, and they are prepared to actually, you know, stand there and see it through, and I want to say actually take on what the Divine Feminine says, but then it's like, but then if they're left in limbo again, it's a tough one for the Divine Feminine not to run away. So let's have a look at how to ignite this passion. We're upside down again, come on, like, how does this keep happening? Oh, right, this way. I don't know, because here's the Divine Feminine, it's not, it's the Seven of Pentacles, so that's about your harvest, but it looks just like the Divine Feminine, like the Nine of Pentacles, Divine Feminine, very independent. So it's like he doesn't really want, I say he wants his harvest, so to actually join her in a labour of love. You got Temperance, but again it was upside down, so just not feeling the balance, that if the Divine Masculine comes forth and the Divine Feminine runs, then Temperance it's not balanced there. But I do feel the Divine Masculine is very balanced in the Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine energy. It's just his Divine Feminine could be he could be trying to escape that at the moment, especially if he's fearing rejection, or other insecurities that I've kind of touched on, because actually he just wants to be loved. Look how different they are. Okay. And accepted for who he is. Let's pull a card. That the right way. Accepted for who he is, the King of Pentacles. Okay. Page of Cups. He is really wanting a loving kind of reception. So he's actually, I feel he's wanting the Divine Feminine, because it's her with the cup here, is to actually accept his love, even if it comes in maybe a bit sloppy. It's hard to express these emotions of love. Even when Divine Masculines are expressing them to me, they apologise and say, I'm not really good at doing this. But they're trying. It's like they really do want to make it work. And they're really quite certain. It's a lot about if this kind of works out how I think it's going to work out. So there's still that insecurity from the masculine, because he hasn't had really the clarification from the feminine, even though, and that's just the feminine dealing now with the hurt that she's been through, and actually wanting to, you know, make the Divine Masculine aware of that. He is aware of that. It's just going to be, I think, hard for him to be able to discuss that. I think first of all he needs to discuss the actual love and the emotion and the commitment that he wants to give to the Divine Feminine, and I think the explanations will come a bit later when he's feeling more safer. But it feels like this this connection here is wanting to be addressed. The High Priestess, that's the Divine Feminine's energy. It's like he wants to slot in. Look at the kind of orb. It's like the yin yang there. It's like he wants to actually, you know, come into union now. And it kind of took the journey to be certain about it and sure. And to know that running away does no good anymore. The Wheel of Fortune, Destiny. Wanting that wheel to turn now. Okay. So really wanting to change the cycle that's been going on. That's the Divine Feminine sphere. Is that old cycles won't be, you know, kind of repeated. But here's a surrender card here. King of Wands. The surrender to the passion, to actually expressing it. Oh look, he's holding a flame in his hand. It's a surrender to the love now. What to really say about, because I mean the transpiring into this butterfly. But there's the flame that he holds for her. And I want to say he's moved on. He just wants calmer waters now. He's moved on. He's left everything in the past. I think with them swords there, he does know that he's going to have to, you know, face some challenges, which he is. He's on his own. So he's going to, you know, actually face these alone. As in towards a Divine Feminine. Death, change, a changed man. And then we've got, it's like he's actually wanting to be welcomed by the Divine Feminine here. So he's actually hoping for calmer waters. This is clarifying the moving on. So where he's going to changed. The Emperor. And then we have the Devil. Now, okay, the Emperor has about taken authority now. And I want to say about salvaging the connection, because the lovers are there. The cord looks like it's been severed and cut, and I think he's wanting to work on that now. That's what he's moving towards. Very interesting. From a distance, it looks like, that's a song, isn't it? What's that song? From a distance. Oh, I don't know. I'm not going to go. I don't know where that came from. But from a distance, it looks like he's got loads of cord here, which, like, you know, he's prepared. He's going to keep trying. Okay, so he's not going to run out of cords to try and mend this severed cord. Then we have actually going on to the prosperity. It's just wanting it all now. This is the legacy. Nine of Cups. This is his wish come true. He's decided. And now he's kind of just waiting. So, yeah, all his wishes will come true. How beautiful is that? Let's look at the bottom of the deck, because it was a sun here, wanting a new beginning, wanting to be transparent, maybe a little bit covered up, okay? But intentions are very pure, and wanting things like not to wait any longer with the sunflowers here. Actually just want to, you know, be positive now. I think that's the kind of main key, is the Divine Masculine wants the Divine Feminine to really just be positive now. So let's look at the bottom. Queen of Swords. It's about speaking the truth here. Maybe the Divine Feminine needs to lower her sword, you know, not demand the truth from the Divine Masculine, just be ready to go at the Divine Masculine's pace. We've picked up, haven't we, was it a couple of days ago, about allowing the Divine Masculine, okay, the opportunity, allow him to make the mistakes. It's the Divine Feminine's made mistakes as well, you know, nobody's perfect. So, okay. I'm going to get a journey of love. Okay, let's see what the message wants to come up with. I do maybe want to pull, just tap into like the lovers part of this. So we might pull some lovers oracle as well. Excuse me. I didn't like leaving the last reading the way I did. I've been very unsettled since doing that reading, so that was me, isn't it? Saying, you know, I'll be on when I'm on. Okay, I've got 4 cards, but I don't feel like I want to read them all. Seed of the Heart. Becoming. She Loves. And Earth Angel. And to read the poems. I said I wanted to tap into the lovers, so let's see what the messages are that come out through poetry. 25 first, Seed of the Heart. Just to make sure, okay, sometimes there's a poem to start with, but not on this occasion. Here we go. So here's the first poem. When sky can imagine, the dark awake in awe, light pervades and bears the vast tranquil mystery, softly caressing the blue, bold birth. 34. Becoming. Take heed, my friend, for time is ticking fast. Illusioned, grand in hopes this dream will last. Such memories we keep for days to come, a looking glass that only shows what's done. It would be sad to think there's nothing more, a well-worn path reflecting what's in store. God's gift was not that days would be the same. Each dawn's first light would sing a fresh refrain of light and cloud to bathe the earth's surprise. With change afoot, to stop would be unwise. A palette rich awaits the artist's brush, creating life at one with God's soft touch. Okay. I'm extremely tired, so I'm not putting any sense to these poems, so you're not going to get any feedback from me. 61. She loves. With the Beatles thrown in. I'm not singing though. Okay. The cherry blossom knows when to bloom each year and never questions whether its beauty is enough. There is peace in knowing you always bloom well, yet man spends a lifetime in wonder. Okay. So I want to say that's maybe an insecurity touching on, you know, whether we're good enough. So, Earth Angel. We might know that we're good enough spiritually and energetically, but are we good enough physically? Let's read the Earth Angel. This is one that has 2 poems. So, at the beginning, in the beginning. Earth Angel, you carry the world in your robes and heaven in your hair. You bring me a special gift now, responding to my prayer. Though sometimes I may feel that I am struggling or alone, you come to me now and carry me into my heart, and you bring me home. Even from the darkest depths, I rise up to meet your light. I cannot be separated from the divine. I cannot be separated from the light. And to finish this poetry session, thank you for walking with me. Before you climbed up here, I was afraid. I had risked everything by holding out my hand. And now, as I share your joy and excitement at being a friend, I realise I may have to run to catch up with you. Good, that makes me feel like hopefully I've helped to kind of lift the darkness from the last reading. Don't watch that one if you haven't. Okay, Lover's Oracle. I'm just here to be of service. Okay. We still have rain though, so let's see if we can clear this up. Tomorrow is going to be a much brighter day. I can feel it in my bones. Okay. Let's read these 2. It only takes a second, to say I love you, but it takes a lifetime to show how much. It's more, isn't it, than, I did say that the kind of issue was actually to say those words. And I'm picking up actually the Divine Masculine's quite fearful about how the Divine Feminine's going to be able to accept those words, hearing those words without running. So It only takes a second to say I love you, but it takes a lifetime to show how much. There's a commitment in that. Wow, we're really crying now. Geez, I thought okay, that's cool, spend the day. Spend the day kind of absorbing, I was going to say, the love. It's going to be an acceptance, isn't it? To actually finally hear the words that you've been longing to hear. Love changes everything. Days are longer, words mean more. Joy is more intense, pain is deeper. Love can turn your world around, and that world will last forever. And that's it. It's a scary thing. It's like, but this is kind of like forever. This is serious. This is a commitment that's been through its challenges, and it's kind of here, and then it's like, I'm going to get one more. Sometimes the heart sees what the eyes cannot. Yeah. It's soul deep. The love is soul deep. It's nothing at all to do with the exterior. This you can run. But sometimes the heart sees what the eyes cannot. I feel like I want to read that card just by the image that's just kind of staring up at me. These cards are normally not as... That was quite... It's quite a vibrant card, so it wanted to be noticed. If you love something, let it go. If it comes back to you, it was truly meant to be. I think that's what it is. It's the returning. It's kind of like you let it go and it returns, and you actually got your wish delivered. And the bottom says, sometimes the one thing you are looking for is the one thing you cannot see. It's kind of there all along. Angels of the light. Positivity. So that's all the masculines are looking for, is positivity now. It's like there's enough doom and gloom that's gone on, and it's kind of, you know, breaking that cycle, starting to look and think optimistically. So positivity. When you are positive, you keep directing a stream of high vibration energy with your thoughts, words and actions. This affects others and they help you toward your purpose. The angels are aware of the power of your positivity, and they too will support your intentions. You choose your thoughts and attitudes, so focus on loving, abundant and successful outcomes in every area of your life. Your positivity will make you feel happy, healthy and fulfilled. Affirmation, I am positive and strong. And I think this most definitely for the divine masculines, okay, is through this is remain positive, okay, because the divine feminine does vibe at this high, you know, vibing positive energy, but when she kind of scoops, you're going to have to learn how to remain positive, because you will uplift her. It's about perseverance and about being positive and strong. And kind of like brave enough not to run away yourself. So don't repeat the cycle that you know that maybe she's thinking negatively about. Laughter. Keep it light-hearted. Laughter is a wonderful healer. It shakes out fear and leaves you feeling happier, clearer and more relaxed. Remember that angels fly because they take themselves lightly. So make light of difficulties and see the funny side of situations. If you can, try and look at it as, you know, the masculines have been through their own journey. So if you're masculine and you're struggling with your divine feminine, okay, it's like keep it light. She will vibe back up. You've got to learn not to, you don't go down to meet her, okay? She's got to come back up. So just keep it light. Don't get frustrated, and definitely don't do the ignoring, okay? Just look at it as being quite maybe cute if you can. It's you really do understand why the behaviour's there, even though you can't actually explain to her, to kind of make her feel loved. So laughter. It's like kind of best friends, okay? Just kind of remember that. Because the divine masculine, divine feminine both know if they run, they just end up always coming back. So it's at that point where it's just kind of getting over this vulnerability of expressing emotions. And not letting it get too serious so that you lose the initial reason why you want to be together anyway, and that's because it's fun to be with each other. So, laugh at yourself and with others. When you relax and laugh, your angels drop in new suggestions and ideas which can transform difficulty into delight. Laughter is the sunshine which dissolves the darkness, so be merry, joyous and fun-filled. Affirmation, I see the humour in everything. And even if it's, you know, you are just getting a dose of maybe of what you've done to the divine feminine, but the divine feminine, obviously be aware how your behaviour may impact the divine masculine. Okay, I'm going to end on a Rumi message. And I think enough has been said. I'm hoping so. I feel a bit more uplifted. So let's see if we can vibe higher this weekend. And be done with the doom and gloom. So, okay. Give me a chance to shuffle, please. Just want to have a drink first. No, I'm meant to look forward to the weekends. Not dread them. So, okay. I don't know why I've just said that, but it is a bit, you know, last weekend was a bit concerning as well. And I feel maybe the reading I've done, obviously, today that picked up on, you know, what's kind of happened. And I think that I felt that really that was the divine masculine looking at his own, kind of running away from his divine feminine or his own internal divine feminine, just a connection and trying to escape it. So, it's just if you have them tendencies, things can only get better. Something would just hopefully snap you out of it. So let's end on a Rumi message for this, let's say, this updated weekend reading. This is the one. The right choice. That's better. Want to make the right choice. Card number 29. Stay close to those who know about the heart. Choose the shade of a tree that is in constant bloom. Don't meander aimlessly among the herb sellers and potion vendors. Go directly to the shop that sells nothing but sweets. Don't sit waiting by every boiling pot to have your plate filled. Not every boiling pot is cooking what you want. Not every sugar cane is filled with sugar. Not every down has an up. Not every eye has vision. And not every sea contains pearls. Rumi. Within you, I recognise my most trusted friend. We go back a long way to before that moment when time began. We knew each other then, even before time was born. So I say, hello, my old and dear friend. So lovely for us to meet again. And I feel how your heart responds with a wave of love, for it is that love that is you, my most trusted friend. So we spoke about being like best friends. Yeah. Laughter. Okay. On the path of love, there is not so much wrong and right in the moral sense, so much as what is wrong or right for you. The mind cannot help so much here, only the heart can speak such truths. The mind may reject it, recoil, analyse, and find all the reasons why the simple truth, the right choice of the heart, cannot possibly work and only lead to pain. That is what the mind does rather well, actually. But it doesn't mean the right choice, the heart choice, becomes incorrect. It means rather that the heart has outsmarted the mind, and the mind will need to bow to the heart, even without understanding its sometimes impenetrable mysteries. Or one can choose to stay in inner conflict, fighting against the right choice, but eventually love will prevail and the way forward must be taken. So, can you give up what you have planned, believed, or decided? Let the heart wisdom that silently and constantly broadcasts its pure and true intention into the fertile womb of the universe lead the way instead. It will lead you along the right path, to the right house, where sits the right master for you. He grabs you in a bear hug and gently whispers into your ear, "What took you so long? I have been waiting for you since the day you were born. Now we are together. It is time for us to play." It is said that one man's meat is another man's poison. To base your choices on what others have chosen for themselves may end up killing you. Better to take your risks on the angel of your own heart, wise as that being is, and dance to your own heart rhythm instead. There may be fear if others seem to be dancing different steps, but beloved, you know that is just because every heart has its own unique rhythm, and yours doesn't want to waltz so much as to tango. So why not allow it to be thus, without fear or doubt? This oracle comes with a message for you. In your heart, you know what holds meaning for you. You may or may not have a grand vision to go along with that meaning as yet, but deep within, you know what is without value and what holds value for you. You were born with those values intact in your heart, and whatever confusion has arisen for you along the way is just where the values of others have transfused into your own blood. It is time for a transfusion of holy light into that blood to be cleansed and purified, restored to its integrity and filled with passion for what is rightfully yours, your unique passion and purpose. If you have been concerned about your path and what steps to take next, this oracle comes as an omen of good things headed your way. Clarity, reassurance, truth, and revelation. Don't hold on. Don't Don't hold onto a belief system or vision if it appears to be tossed on its head. Let go of the way they will, and good fortune will prevail for you. Sorry, I've totally. Okay, I'm going to focus. Don't hold on to a belief system or vision if it appears to be tossed on its head. Let things go the way they will, and good fortune will prevail for you. That vision might actually have been upside down all the time, and suddenly able to right itself and be born for you if allowed to topple. So it's about this hangman, okay? So that vision might actually have been upside down all the time and suddenly able to right itself and be born for you if allowed to topple. Or perhaps there is a more fulfilling version of your vision lurking in its remnants to be scooped up by your soul with its hawk vision and eagle deftness. Trust that, struggling to talk now, guys. Trust that if you are being drawn away from a tantalising sweet shop, there is a more delicious array of confection just around the corner for you. So, yes, have your tantrum if you must, but you will be sheepish soon when you realise the hand of the great beloved that removes is the same hand that bestows even greater gifts. Okay, here's a sacred honouring ritual. Turn the palms of your hands down towards the earth. Say aloud, with gratitude and trust, I release that which is not rightfully mine. Open your hands upwards towards the sky. Say aloud, I give thanks for the grace that is bestowed upon me now as I accept my rightful divine inheritance. Stand with your hands in prayer at your heart and say aloud, I honour my heart wisdom. May my heart always be my leading light, showing me the way of grace. So be it. You have completed your honouring ritual. I personally feel that you're kind of obeying your divine mother and divine father, because holding your hands up to the father of the sky and down to the mother of the earth, and you're going to honour your heart's wisdom. May my heart always be my leading light. I think there's been a turnaround just really in the energy since I actually put out the last reading. So for me, that's fantastic. I'm going to say to you guys, have a fantastic, sunshiny, amazing weekend. There you go. Okay, much love. Take care, guys. I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.